Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Surrender and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 5, NASDAQ off 19, S&Ps were flat, gold contract up $6.40, trading at $1,257 an ounce. Silver up 41 cents at $19.83 an ounce. Platinum up $6 at $1,381 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.19 a pound. Light sweet crude flat at $97.27 a barrel. Bonds. You had the 10-year bond down 9 ticks at 125.27. 30-year off 23 ticks at 133.14. King dollar down 94 ticks, trading out at 81.13. The euro is up 17 at 135, and the yen down 30 at 101.35. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, we're at 1752.44. You got to 1737.92. What that did, that got under the Monday low. Had volume out here 592 versus 836. And what I expect you're going to see here, you know, bottom line, you'll get some kind of a bounce out of this. You have 2 issues. The first one is the confirmed ABC structure on the way down. First price target is 1720. We've hit 1737. That's the first one. Second one's a bigger issue. Second one goes like this. The second one is that there is a 110-point ABC structure on the way down. That's in play. And what that is, you take the top of the 1850 down to the bottom of the 1737. So bottom line, 110, 112 point A to B. That as an ABC down inside a much larger one. And how we bounce here will be the confirmation that, guess what, that's what's going on here. I suspect what you're going to see out here, folks, is that the surprises in the next few months are going to be to the downside. And what that means specifically is this, is that as you bounce, and they'll bounce, bottom line, we haven't bounced yet, but it will bounce. You'll get the bounce going. The bounce will be on lighter volume. That just sets up the next leg lower. Dow Industrials. We go take a look at the Dow Industrials. This is what you have with the Dow Industrials. Dow also got under Monday's low, closed above it, $5, big deal. Bottom line, had lighter volume. NASDAQ Composite, same deal with the composite. What we have with the composite, went down to 39.68, and that basically was finishing up an A to B equals C to D. You have a large one that's in place right now. Composite will turn around. You know, composite can, bottom line, bounce up to 4,000, 4,100 is game. We'll see how the bounce goes. If we go to the SPY, and when you want to see the setup inside the SPY, this is what you have. The SPY today did 158 million shares. That 158 million came into Monday's low. Monday's low was 254, closed above it, and that says, guess what? Bounce can get up to 177. We're at 175.17. Now, this is what you had. Now, that's on the daily. Now, let's go look at the weekly. What you have on the weekly is this. On the weekly, thus far, we have come down with 579 million shares. That 579 million is going into the October 11th week. That week there had 748. So what you have there is this. You're coming down. You are coming down with expanded volume. That means you'll be back down there. What we've had thus far is that we got down to a price point of 173.71. And we'll see whether, if in fact, you can get above the 173. Yeah, we're already above it. You know, what this has done is this. At this point, if it stays above the 173.60, and we're at 175.17 right now, that would be a rejection of the September 20th level. So bottom line, you can definitely get that bounce going, and that bounce could be a decent bounce out of here, folks, because we've tested many, many times on the way down. We go over and we take a look at the 3 Qs. This is what we have happening in the NDX 100. NDX 100 today did 40 million shares, got under the low of 65 million, which was on Monday. We're at 84.69. That's on the dailies. And that daily, by the way, was coming into 52 million shares. So we did 41 million. We got to 83.74. 83.13 was the high going back to November 8th. We take this and we put this on a weekly, and this is what you're going to have on the weekly. On the weekly, we have come down thus far with 144 million. That 144 million, we got to a price point of 83.74. And we're going into 188 million. So you can see what's happened there is that we have 2 more days of trading left. That means that you're going to have a higher volume, low number 1. You're going to have a high volume that has gone into the October 18th level. And the October 18th level in the NASDAQ is really important. This is why. That's when the NASDAQ, that week of October 18th, that's when the NASDAQ launched from the 78 mark up to the 82 mark. You know, we had consolidated for 4 weeks. We go top side and has some juice underneath it. We've come down, we've hit that with larger volume. That means it puts a dent in the bottom of it. So the B to C of this ABC structure on the way down, I suspect, is right here, right now. IWM, small caps. What do you have with the small caps? Small caps got down to a price point of 107.27, closed at 108.65. The small caps also made it inside the structure from Monday. That's on the daily. On the weekly, we take a look at this on the weekly. What we have on the weekly is this. The weekly thus far on the IWM, we've done 202 million shares, which is, by the way, which is absolutely a monster. All of last week, we only did 256. We did 57 today. So you're going to see the small caps also do monster volume, lower low with volume, you know, large ABC structures on the way down. That's how this whole market is setting up. We go to the gold contract. We take a look at gold. Now, gold tried to make a run out here today and just couldn't handle it. We had the price spread was decent. We went from 12.51 to 12.74. We did 121,000 contracts. Not enough. Not enough juice here. The 121,000 contracts was going into 160,000 contracts. We got over that high. We closed underneath that high. That's saying that Thursday, Friday, this is going to, once again, try to get into the 12.30, 80 area. Right now, we're at 12.57. Each and every time we've had these pullbacks in gold, folks, it contracts dramatically. What has also happened, though, the last 2 weeks, as it's trying to launch this area of the 1280, it's having a hard time launching it. I suspect we have it, we're just building cause. You know, we came off that bottom of 1187. You're building cause to try to get up and above this 1265 area. Bonds. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, and this is where it's also correlating with that the market wants to bounce. We go to the 10-year bond first. This is what you have. The 10-year bond pulled back today, 1.4 million shares, contracts rather. Now, what both the 10-year and the 30-year had done is the 30-year had gone over the October 30th high. The 10-year got right to it, backed off. That's a normal occurrence, folks. That's 100% move or move. We had come down from October 28th. We go down all the way to December 30th. We come off the lows December 30th. We go all the way back up. This back down, I suspect, in the 10-year can get us to 124.21. And all that looks to me what it's doing, it's setting up an ABC structure on the way up. But you're going to see a pullback. That pullback correlates to the S&P more than likely doing its bounce. The 30-year, we take a look at the 30-year. Now, the 30-year is actually giving us more information, and this is what it is. The 30-year got over the October high, closed underneath it the following day. That's a failure up there. So when you get a failure up there, you got to higher price, couldn't handle it, you can get a little heavier pullback. I do expect the 30-year will get down to probably about 131. But that area there is big support, and then that also is the B to C of an ABC structure on the way up. This is Humble Brown. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. So come right back.